Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. Today, I've got a really cool knife to show you guys. And it is brought to us by our buddy, A to Z, EDC. He's my local buddy. I'm going to drop his little Instagram handle up there in case you guys want to go follow him. He does really cool knife content. Has some really cool collection, and he's my local buddy, so it helped me out, and it also would get you in front of some really cool knives. He's been a great friend of the channel, and I'm stoked to be able to show you this. I've been hanging out with it for a while. It's got a little smuts on the blade. While I clean it off, I do want to thank all the channel members. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you more than you know. And I want to thank anybody that's taken the time to come in here to check out my knife, my ADC content. I really appreciate it. If you like it, it would be a huge solid to me if you would take just a second and hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon. But this is the Button Barber from BergBlades. It is a knife that I would have never sought out initially. It is a front flipper with thumb studs that operates amazingly well. I'm not a thumb stud guy. I'm more of a reverse flick guy, all of which, I don't know if you can hear that fire out, but this knife is and has proven to me to just be a real gem. I was just on BergBlades website, and there are a couple of these in stock. Perfect jimping on this blade. This is an M390 blade that has a great sharpening choil. A good sharpening choil. Comes back pretty far. I love the shape of the blade. That's going to be subjective. But for me, it just feels great in the hand, and it puts the blade really close to what you're cutting. For rolling cuts, for detail cuts, the blade is, I really like it. And button locks have not traditionally been my favorites, even though the Malibu and the ProTech are both fantastic. This knife and this button lock, I think, are right up there with those knives. Super snappy. It feels like it has a detent. This hollow ground M390 blade is a therapeutic slicer. I'll stop. But it is black titanium, DLC coated. You can kind of see it gets smudgy on it when I touch it. But that's just part of it, right? I mean, it's not something that really bothers me, but it is something. The ones that are in stock, I think, are black DLC with black coated blades. And if I was in a position to get one, I definitely would. I think it's a great knife. I've been a big fan of BergBlades. I've got the mini Sweeney. I had the full-size Sweeney. I traded it out with a buddy. And then I've got the Slim, the little SLIM, OEM by Wee. I think this one is OEM by Riot. The jimping on the front flipper is just perfect. And then you've got jimping on the blade for your thumb right above it. So you can see right here, these jimps go up and actually turn that corner. See if it'll focus for you. It just takes that one jimp turning that makes the top of this very catchy. So I hate front flippers, you guys. If you follow the channel, it's usually my least favorite way to deploy a knife. However, I will say that this front flipper is done exceptionally well. I think the star of the show is, for me, is the blade. And some people are going to love it. Some are going to hate it. I'm a big fan. I think it just looks kind of sick. And if you're, you know, using the knife, it's just kind of functional too. I like the way it looks closed. I think you get a lot of blade in there. It doesn't bother me. I'm just a big fan of this knife. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons because it's by no means a small knife, in my opinion. I think it's a solid medium size knife. So it's going to be a little longer than our bug out. It's going to be shorter than our pair 2. But you can see that it's right in there. So let me get the Javon tape measure. And we will learn that if we go from the back corner here, it's going to come up right under 8 inches. Right over 7 3/4. Measure from the bottom here to the tip of the blade. You're looking at roughly 7.5 inches. Our blade length is 3 1/4. Our cutting edge is right under 3 inches. Right over 3 3/4. Hold on, no it's not. I said that wrong. It is right under 3 inches, about right over 2 3/4. And then the handle from the front where the low slide is 4 inches. So you've got 4 inches from here to here. So if you keep your hand on the handle, which I would, this is more of a sharpening choil. I can get my finger up in there if I want to, but I don't ever feel really driven to. Maybe if I was processing a lot of material, I would slide my finger up there so that I wouldn't catch it in the material. So it's a very effective choil for me. I'm going to give that's about 4.5, a little bit over 4.5. Really like it. What it doesn't have is it doesn't have a lanyard tube. That doesn't bother me, but it's something to be noted. This is a numbered series. The Backspacer, I can see this is number 31. I love the satin blade of this one. I mean, this is a beauty. I think the ones that are in stock are BergBlades. Still beautiful, but just a super snappy knife. And it's not a thin knife. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of got a little bit of girth to that blade, even though it gets down really thin behind the edge. So if we take the calipers and we just look at this blade stock, we'll learn that it is 0.1615 blade stock, and it comes down to a screaming, you guys saw it cut, 0.0200. What's that, 20 thousandths? 0.0200, I don't know. And then the handle, I'm guessing, is going to come in right around 1/2 inch. 0.52. So not under 1/2 inch, right around 1/2 inch. But it feels really good in the hand. I've been carrying this all weekend. It's not a deep carry clip, but it goes in and out of pocket very well. I love the smooth titanium. I love the action. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. Quick tippy stretch. Get her out of the way and we'll get a weight. Sorry about that, guys. So she clocks in right about 4 3/4, 4.75 ounces. So a very, what do I call it? Substantial feeling tool, right? It feels very usable. It feels very hardy. I would say it feels like it could do a lot. I wouldn't put a ton of, I could use this knife for pretty much any task, from what I use it for, which are opening Amazon packages. If I wanted to cut a little bit of firewood, in terms of a little bit of feather sticking, I'm not going to baton it, but I don't do that with my pocket knives. It's just, to me, it's a winner. The action is next level. The reverse flick is next level. I'm going to bring it up here and let y'all hear this. And then a front flip. I mean, the thing is just screaming. So guys, this is the BergBlades button lock barber. And it is the full size. It's not the mini barber. Check them out on BergBlades' website. If I remember, I will link it in the description. And then if you get a chance, my buddy at A to Z EDC, he doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he does post on Instagram. Give him a follow. Cool dude. And he'll keep letting me use knives, hopefully. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Appreciate Joe Isabella for my Be Up. I appreciate each of you and urge you to all be up. And I ask that you please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.